Bill O'Reilly here, Thursday, November 11, 2021, Veterans Day. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. The president says Americans do not understand supply chain problems. Donald Trump targets Republicans who backed Joe Biden's infrastructure bill. A new study says critical race theory taught in the country's most prestigious schools. Americans take on more debt than ever before. Also ahead, things are going badly in this country. There is a hidden reason why. But first, Joe Biden dismissing the nation's supply chain issues, saying Americans simply don't understand the problem. Said Mr. Biden from Baltimore, quote, "You hear a lot about supply chains in the news, but frankly, not a lot of people have a clear understanding about how supply chains work. National retailers Walmart and Costco only processing about 60% of orders right now. This time last year, President Trump was in office, and the pandemic was raging. There were no supply problems." Donald Trump calling out 13 Republican lawmakers who voted for the infrastructure bill. The $1.2 trillion package passed the House 228 to 206. Said the former president, quote, "I love all the House Republicans. Well, actually, I don't love all of you. I don't love the 13 that voted for Biden's infrastructure bill," unquote. New study says critical race theory is infiltrating America's top private schools. A Cornell professor who compiled the data, finding more than 50% of the country's elite institutions use mandatory anti-racism training for students between the ages of 5 and 17. In those places, 100% have curriculum focused on inclusion and equity. America is now carrying more debt than at any other time in history. As of October 2021, this year, households owe $15 trillion to lenders. Biggest culprits, credit cards and home mortgages. Inflation is hurting borrowers, hurting everybody. The Consumer Price Index rising at the highest level in 30 years. All of this government spending is driving the country's credit scores down to levels not seen since the Great Recession of 2008. In a moment, is there a plot to destroy the American economy? Right back with that. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation honoring America's heroes and their families with 200 mortgage-free homes this year. Amazing. In a moving tribute to the fallen, the foundation's chairman and CEO walked from the Pentagon to Shanksville, Pennsylvania, then on to Ground Zero, more than 500 miles through 6 states in 42 days. Thanks to your support, the foundation brought Towers of Light back to the Pentagon and Shanksville memorials in remembrance. And in a first for America, the foundation read aloud the names of those who lost their lives to 9/11 related illness. On Veterans Day, another first will arrive. The foundation is reading aloud the names of people lost in the war on terror. So please do some good and help America never forget. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T2T.org. Great cause. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. So we all know prices are up big. We all know products are in short supply. We all know there is a shortage of many products. So surely the White House understands that, yet little action is being taken. The question then becomes, why not? In my opinion, it all has to do with President Biden's transformational vision. That's the key word, transformational. This theory is being played out in a very stealth way. That means people don't know what's going on really. So instead of trying to improve situations that are harming Americans right now, that's not happening. And do you see any kind of, well, maybe we shouldn't spend as much money now so inflation doesn't get higher. Do you see that? No, you don't see it. Because the progressive left, which controls Joe Biden, and that's a fact, there's no doubt about it, they want to change American society. That's the transformational thing. 3 areas. 1, turn the economy into a green economy, environmental justice. 2, turn education into progressive education, critical race theory. 3, wipe out as much as they can the Judeo-Christian philosophy the U.S. Constitution is based on. Why? Because it's anti-minority. Remember, the founding fathers, in the view of the progressives, were all white supremacists. So let's take them one by one so when you see this in your own community, you can recognize it. On the economy front, we're into theory. So Mr. Biden is attacking the gas industry and other energy concerns. That's driving up prices. Of course it would. And he wants to replace gas, oil, natural gas, coal with wind turbines, solar, electric cars. But they are not ready to go yet on a mass level. So we're all getting hammered on a theory. And trillions of dollars are being put into that theory. That's where a lot of this money from the reconciliation bill would go. Education is perhaps the worst because it's the most personal. So your kid toddles into a public school, and in many districts, the child is being taught America's pretty bad. Not noble, all right, a very oppressive place. And it's all based on skin color. So the kids are looking at each other. They can't understand any of this. And they're getting worried. They're getting nervous. This is not a calming thing. And the third thing is to wipe out Judeo-Christian philosophy. That is all American tradition. Do you realize that Thanksgiving is racist? Yeah, progressives think it is. So that's what's happening. That is transformation. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. In a moment, something you might not know. Attention savvy investors looking for predictable monthly cash flow? How about a double-digit targeted bonus return? If you want the safety and security of a real estate investment, but without the hassles of being a landlord, you've probably heard about NRIA. NRIA is an industry-leading real estate development firm in its 15th year. They develop strategically located, lower-risk, high-demand neighborhoods that are based on supply-demand imbalance. They are a great fit for safety-oriented investors who want cash flow and diversification in carefully chosen real estate. So you can learn more about the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund at nria.net, or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy, 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. International travel resumes this week for the first time in 20 months in and out of the USA, with borders open to those with COVID vax credentials. Millions of Americans are now planning trips. Here are a few spots around the world that I recommend. Tahiti's outer islands. Barack Obama enjoys Brando Island. He stayed at the luxury resort once owned by actor Marlon Brando for an entire month after leaving the White House. He started writing his memoirs in the South Pacific. Tahiti is a stunningly beautiful place. For those seeking cooler climates, you might head to the fjords of Norway. Tourists can visit 2,000 fjords, spanning 800 miles of shoreline. Magnificent. The deep valleys were used by Viking explorers to launch expeditions. Monaco, right next to France on the Mediterranean, is a nifty place. The tiny principality is the second smallest country in the world after Vatican City. Nestled along the French Riviera, Monaco is known for car races, casinos, and very wealthy people. With a population of just 30,000, the city-state is home to the highest concentration of billionaires on earth, and that means good restaurants. Next, Austria's Lake District. The region is routinely ranked as one of the most beautiful places in Europe. Outdoor activities are big in the Alps, especially skiing and hiking, as you know. All that exercise can work up a thirst, and you can sample a lot of beer in Austria. Believe me, they don't run out of beer. I was there 3 years ago, and it was, again, magnificent. Kyoto, Japan. The town of 1.5 million people is more than 1,000 years old. Getting around is easy. The city has the fastest trains in the world. I took one from Tokyo. I was there in a flash. Kyoto, one of the few Japanese cities not destroyed during World War II, so you can see old Japan. Finally, one of the biggest hotspots for American tourists is now open to international travelers. Jerusalem. Before the pandemic, 5 million people visited the holy city each year from every country on earth. When astronaut Neil Armstrong visited Jerusalem for the first time in 1994, he turned to reporters and said, quote, "I am more excited stepping on these stones than I was stepping on the moon." Back after this. Right now, I'd like to talk to you about Blue Box and their amazing blue light blocking glasses. Since getting a pair of these amazing glasses, I have had no more headaches, dry eyes, or fatigue when looking at a computer screen, watching TV, or using my iPhone. I wear them when I use digital devices, and they've been a game changer for me. They come in non-prescription, prescription, and reading options are made in an optics lab in Australia with fast shipping to the USA. I highly recommend getting a pair for yourself, and you'll be amazed with how well you feel after just one use. My favorites are the crystal computer glasses, and I really like the Remedy sleep mask. So please go to bluebox.com/Bill. Use the promo code Bill to save 15%. That's bluebox.com, BLUBLOX.com/Bill. Save 15%. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.